The problem of food waste is massive and it's overwhelming. It's such a problem that about 40% of food in this country is wasted, just thrown into a garbage and it ends up in a landfill. To me, this is one of the grand challenges that we have to face as a species this century. Project Reduce is the city's first pilot project to really tackle food waste within restaurants. We recruited about 9 restaurants from 2 different neighborhoods, Roosevelt Row and historic Lower Grand Avenue. And we challenged them to think more holistically and not so one-dimensional when it comes to fighting food waste. Chef Linza has long believed in implementing sustainability measures.
So Project Reduce, and my part is to work with the restaurant owners and chefs, and to look at their establishment and restaurant to reduce food waste through the kitchen practices, but also front of the house practices.
There were a variety of prevention strategies that they could use that we suggested, but they could also create their own.
A few examples might be, in the front of the house, if maybe we have a really popular chicken dish, but we're always seeing maybe about 1 to 2 ounces of meat, or maybe 1 to 2 ounces of that dish being thrown away just because the portion might be a little large. We can kind of look at that, track that, and maybe rethink our recipe.
So I'm Frank Javasi. I'm the general manager for Arizona Wilderness Downtown Phoenix.
My name is Abner Hernandez. I am the manager owner at Earth Plant-Based Cuisine.
My name is Irma Lopez, and my restaurant name is Irma's Kitchen.
My name is Stephanie Vasquez, and I'm the owner and founder of the Fair Trade Cafe. We are the longest standing coffee house here in downtown Phoenix.
My name is Miriam. I am one of the general managers here at Snooze, and I oversee Circle Records.
My name is Fernando Hernandez. I am the owner of Testal Mexican Kitchen. I was really intrigued by the idea. Our place is a little bit small, so definitely was going to be a little bit of a challenge. They got me thinking of things that, I don't want to say they were outside of my comfort zone, but things that maybe I wasn't as familiar with or I hadn't really thought about. Before we would just package individual cups of salsa, it would happen that customers would ask for a lot more than they would really use. And once we instead switched to like a self-serve, where people just serve kind of enough salsa, or what salsa they thought was enough for their food, we produce 60% less salsa now, which means that we're probably saving 60% salsa production in general.
I think this has really opened the eyes of our chefs here, and looking at their kitchen and food in a different perspective. I definitely think that there is a lot of waste in restaurants and hotels. And it all starts with us and taking that step back and looking at what we can do within our own 4 walls first.
Project Reduce brought some stickers in for us to really educate people on, hey, this bag that you're getting for your to-go food, these boxes, these are all compostable goods. Just an attempt to reduce landfill waste overall. He was able to come in, look at our processes, and consult with our executive chef and show us different ways that we can do things to help reduce some of the food waste that we would see in the kitchen.
It was really, really nice. It teach me how much can be thrown away and how much can be saved. So it was a challenge for us, but it was good. It's a good challenge.
Project Reduce and Fair Trade Cafe, it just kind of made sense. It was really rewarding to have someone come in and see how we could even elevate to the next level and what else we can add to our daily practices here at Fair Trade Cafe.
The whole team was really excited. We are a plant-based vegan restaurant, so that means all of us kind of have that same passion for the environment, taking care of the planet. So it was really neat. When I told everybody, they were excited about it. They were really competitive about it too. Project Reduce gave us a little bit more, I guess, perspective to fine-tune what our vetting process already was.
After the 10 weeks, combined, they composted about 31,000 pounds of food waste. So they did great.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Thank you all for coming. And I am very happy to be able to introduce to you this morning our Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego to welcome you all. Welcome, Mayor Gallego.
Fabulous. Thank you, Roseanne. You and Joe Russell have done it again. This is maybe the most delicious that City Hall has been.
The culminating event was an opportunity for us to celebrate all the efforts the restaurants made over 10 weeks of the challenge.
Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego, thanks for partnering with us.
Of course, yes. Happy to be here and happy to see everyone else doing the same thing Arizona Wellness is doing, so it's exciting.
Yeah. Wonderful. Well, I might try one if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's take that one. That one looks a little...
It's beautiful. So what's one thing you're doing differently?
It gave attendees an opportunity to see what they could do with their creativity and bringing in those dishes made with discarded ingredients.
It's supposed to be made with chicken, but there's no...
I got to try several amazing dishes that used ingredients that might have gone to a landfill at one point, and it just added incredible flavor. So thank you for upping our culinary scene in such a delicious and sustainable way.
Wonderful. I would love to try it. Thank you. Nice. Neat. We're trying to support our local businesses, and
We know we want to leave behind a better planet for the next generation, and part of that is making sure we minimize waste and landfills and invest in sustainability. I'm also happy to share that a total of $6,000 will be divided among the restaurants to continue your composting service, and that is thanks to NRDC, who contributed these funds.
We're really excited about what Phoenix has been able to do. And when you work on something like food waste, and specifically something like a restaurant challenge, a lot of what comes up are strategies to not waste the food in the first place. And of course, we don't want to see food wasted. We want food to feed people. And there's a very visceral reaction I think people have when they hear that up to 40% of food in this country is going to waste. And at the same time, so many people are going hungry. And that just seems like something that's inherently wrong and something that I'm always excited to be able to have a role in correcting.
My name's JD Hill. I'm the founder of Our City. We pick up food waste from residential and commercial customers, take it here to the farm, compost it, and use the compost to grow seasonal produce. About half the restaurants had never composted before. So you can imagine all the, the learning and the, oh my goodness, I didn't realize I had this much food waste.
It's just really exciting to be able to see people who really care about the environment and helping out any way that they can. We were the organization dedicated towards actually rescuing food. We have our trained volunteers go out, pick up food at the different restaurants, vendors, caterers, anything like that. That way, if anything could still be rescued and given to people, we were the ones who were picking that up.
Restaurant challenges like Project Reduce are unfolding in cities across the country. But I have to admit that it's so much sweeter when restaurants from our own neighborhoods in the city of Phoenix are leading the way. You really are an inspiring example for restaurants across Greater Phoenix, and we hope that this catches on in different municipalities and even in our own city. We have so many restaurants that we hope to recruit, and with you all being advocates and going through this program, you could be those folks who help support that effort. So that concludes the event. I see a lot of food left. You got to do your part, eat, and bring it with you. But thank you all for attending today. The fact that I get to work with restaurants and stakeholders like Recycled City and Waste Not and Chef Linsa is just, something that not everybody gets to do. And I feel very fortunate to work on behalf of businesses and residents in the city to try to tackle this issue.